Let's talk about how to use email encryption. Most email services don't do much to protect your privacy and communication. It makes it easy for anyone, hackers or governments, to quite easily get access to your data. That is why email encryption can be very useful. Encryption techniques make it possible to turn email contents into gibberish and only let the recipient decode the email and read it. There are dozens of encryption options available today, such as plugins or web services. To secure your email effectively, you should encrypt three things: the connection from your email provider, your actual email address, and your stored or archived email messages. If you leave the connection from your email provider to your device unencrypted while you check or send email messages, third parties can easily capture your email login credentials and any messages you send or receive. And this is true both for public networks as well as your home or work network. Encrypting your messages before sending makes them unreadable from the point at which they start their journey to the point at which the intended recipient opens them. Also, if you leave your saved or backed up email messages from an email client program like Microsoft Outlook or Thunderbird, for example, on your computer or mobile device, anyone who wishes will be able to gain access to them, even if your password protected your email program and your Windows account or mobile device is the encryption that renders them unreadable to the intruder. How to encrypt email connections? To secure the connection between your email provider and your computer or other device, you need to set up the SSL, Secure Socket Layer, and TLS, Transport Layer Security Encryption, the same protection scheme that you depend on when checking for your bank account or making online purchases, for example. If you check your email with a web browser, you should ensure that SSL TLS encryption is active. If it is, the website address will begin with HTTPS instead of HTTP. Depending on your browser, you should see some additional indicator, a small green or yellow padlock icon on the status bar or the address bar. By all means, you absolutely should activate the encryption for your connections. Check your email provider settings. Or you may even try some plugins. For example, if you use Chrome or Firefox, you can use the HTTPS Everywhere plugin to force the encrypted connections to all the websites that support it. The same is true if you use a desktop client program like Microsoft Outlook. You should still try to use SSL TLS encryption. To do it, open your email program or app and navigate to the settings menu. There, your account will likely be labeled as a POP SMTP or IMAP SMTP, HTTP or Exchange account. Look for an option to activate encryption. It is usually in the advanced settings near where you can specify the port numbers for incoming and outgoing connections. Probably you already have a favorite email service provider, and chances are that it is Google Mail. In that case, you are fortunate enough and can use your current email service and still send and receive encrypted messages, and you don't have to get used to any new software. Gmail. Gmail does not support native email encryption. So far now you need to do some tuning to enable encryption for this platform. What you need to do is to look for Chrome encryption extensions in the Chrome store. The exact plugins represented there change time to time, so does the support for these plugins. But one of the most popular options is Secure Mail, although it works only between the two Chrome Gmail users. Secure Mail adds encryption buttons to standard Gmail interface that allow you to encrypt an email for a specific reader. The process is rather intuitive. The other popular option for Gmail users is My Mailcrypt plugin that adds OpenPGP encryption to Gmail with the help of OpenPGP GS library. It is pretty intuitive in usage as well. Let's take a look how can we send the encrypted message with secure mail. Okay, so first of all, we go to Chrome settings, choose extensions, scroll down and go to Chrome Web Store. Here we search for secure mail and we add it to Chrome. Add extension. Okay, and it's done. Okay, now when we go to Gmail, we see that the Compose button consists of two parts: the simple Compose button and the Lockpad button that can send secured messages. So I will go on and send a test secure message to my other Gmail address. I should note once more that this plugin works for communication between two Gmail users. Okay, now when we hit send, we need to provide the encryption password. Encrypt and send. Okay, let's switch to my other account and receive this message. Here it is. So when you receive the message, you get this gibberish. To decrypt the message, you hit this link and enter the password. Decrypt. Here it is. And now let's take a look how can we send the encrypted message with MyMailCrypt. So we search Chrome Web Store for MyMailCrypt, we add it to Chrome, done. Then we go to Plugin Options to generate the private key. We generate a new key, so you can provide your name, your email address, and an optional password. Submit. Okay, and here's our generated key. We can show it. Here it is. And here I have my public key generated as well. Okay, now we can go and compose the message. We use the standard message composition form. Let's compose a test secure message. Hello, this is a test secure message. Let's expand the window. Here, at the bottom, you can provide the password for your key and hit encrypt. And after it, you have this encrypted message. And we just send the message as usual. Okay, now let's receive this message. Here it is. So when you receive the message, you get this encrypted code. To decrypt the message, you should provide a password if it was used in encryption and hit decrypt. So here's the decrypted message body. How to encrypt stored mail. If you use an email client or app on your computer or mobile device, rather than checking your email via a web browser, you should make sure that your stored email data is encrypted so that hackers and snoops can't access your saved messages if you lose the device or someone steals it, for example. It's best to fully encrypt your laptop or mobile device, since the portability of these devices put them at special risk of being lost or stolen. For mobile devices, it's best to use an operating system that provides full device encryption by setting a PIN number or password to protect your email and other data as well. BlackBerry and iOS devices have offered this type of encryption for years, and Android, starting from the version 3.0, also supports the encryption options. For desktops and laptops, you can encrypt just your email data files if you prefer not to encrypt the whole computer. The encryption features of email clients vary, so check the documentation of your particular program and version. If your email client doesn't offer encryption, consider selectively encrypting the directory where your email records are stored. If you use a personal, business, or ultimate edition of Windows, for example, you can encrypt email records no matter what email client you use through Windows built-in encrypted file system (EFS) feature. First, find the files that your email client uses to store your email messages. And once you've determined where your email client stores your data, right-click on the files or the folder that contains them, select Properties, Advanced, and select Encrypt Contents to secure data. On macOS, it is better to encrypt the whole SSD by activating the File Vault function. To do it, you choose Apple menu, System Preferences, then click Security and Privacy. Then you go to File Vault tab. You click on the Lock button, then enter the administration name and password to unlock the features, and you click to turn on File Vault. If other users have accounts on your Mac, you might see a message that each user must type in their password before they will be able to unlock the disk. For each user, click the Enable User button and enter the user's password. OS X automatically enables any user accounts that you add after turning on File Vault. In future course updates, we will find out how to use different encryption software, plugins, and built-in operating systems features for Linux, macOS, and Windows.